Hello, my name's Hayley Harridge and I work for BogLife and I am the Outreach Officer for the Ancients of the Future project. This is an introduction to the best practice approach to cross-taxa management workshops facilitated by the people listed on this slide. The workshop has been broken down into several presentations with narration. The following talks are available as individual presentations via the Back from the Brink website and YouTube. Back from the Brink is one of the most ambitious conservation projects ever undertaken. It aims to save 20 species from extinction and benefit over 200 more through 19 projects that span England from Cornwall to Northumberland. It was successful in securing 4.6 million from the National Lottery Heritage Fund, as well as additional support from 8 other funders. This is the first time ever that so many conservation organisations have come together with one focus in mind: to bring back from the brink of extinction some of England's most threatened species of animal, plant and fungi. In a nutshell, the project aims to conserve the highest priority threatened species, work together to provide integrated action and advice, and inspire a movement of people to discover, value and take action for England's threatened species. The Ancients of the Future project aims to secure the future of ancient tree landscapes and the species that depend upon them. The project has been working with landowners and managers on key sites across England to raise awareness, address the needs of target species and improve habitat condition, continuity and connectivity across the landscape. The project is led by BogLife in partnership with Plant Life and the Bat Conservation Trust. We have also worked with an array of other partners, including statutory bodies, universities, other NGOs, specialist groups, landowners and managers, and last and most importantly, volunteers. Ancient trees, historic wood pasture and parkland provide one of the most important, iconic and exciting habitats for wildlife that was once widespread across the UK. There are often direct links to a bygone era, and examples such as Sherwood Forest and Great Windsor Park can be traced back to Anglo-Saxon times. It's the ancient beech, oak and other species which are some of the richest in biodiversity. They contain late-stage fungal-induced decay wood found nowhere else, providing ecological continuity spanning centuries. Many of our rarest species associated with decaying wood and old trees have persisted at sites because of the continuous presence of these habitats over centuries, and so at risk of being lost if replacement habitat is not provided. Around 25% of the wildlife found in these habitats is associated with decaying wood microhabitats. They support around 2,000 invertebrate species alone, as well as countless fungi, lichens and mosses. Ancient and veteran trees provide niche microhabitats not seen in younger trees, and these features support a huge array of threatened species. The key challenges these habitats face include the past removal of old trees, ongoing pressures such as intensive forestry management, weak legal protection and inappropriate management. New problems include the prevalence of new tree diseases, climate change, attitudes and values towards the management of ancient trees and deadwood, realising their value, and ecological continuity, so the age gap between existing ancient trees, rich in biological and cultural heritage, and the ancients of the future. The specialist fauna of ancient trees comprise some of our rarest, most threatened and interesting species. The project includes 28 primary and 39 secondary species, including many invertebrates such as the royal splintered cranefly and the violet click beetle, lichens such as the eagle's claw and the geranium firedot, fungi such as the oak polypore and one moss called the knothole moss. Several species of bat, including the noctule, and one bird, the lesser spotted woodpecker. Objectives include future-proofing ancient tree habitats and species at a site level, increasing resilience and connectivity at site and landscape level, and increasing conservation understanding of target species to secure recovery. identify and break down barriers to protecting and retaining ancient trees, and to inspire new ways of working and cultivate a public sense of value of ancient trees. We have worked with 19 project sites across England. The work we have offered each site has been tailored, essentially an integrated package of the following. Expert and volunteer recordings, so expert surveys to capture data on rare species, capturing on some sites some baseline data to address knowledge gaps and to inform management. Targeted species survey have also taken place, for example, for the Mockus beetle in Mockus Park in Herefordshire. We've also been researching historical data to inform management plans, and we've been recruiting and upskilling volunteers to undertake survey monitoring, such as bat monitoring, and engaging the wider public in recording, in this case, the great stag hunt. Habitat management and restoration has been undertaken on target sites, improving habitat condition, providing next generation of veteran trees, and securing continuity and connectivity. That has included traditional kind of management techniques such as pollinating and haloing, planting trees, specific species for specific sites in order to provide continuity of habitat. We've also been looking at including more nectar resources on sites, providing important food sources for saprophytic invertebrates, and also looking at landscape connectivity so that we address the habitat fragmentation and loss that these habitats and species are suffering from. Another key element of the project has been to trial innovative ways to bridge the gap between our ageing trees and the next generation. Techniques such as veterinisation have been adopted, and you'll hear more about that in the workshop. In partnership, we have renewed the Deadwood Trail at Great Windsor Park, providing a learning resource for arborists learning about the management of deadwood habitats, as well as providing habitat for rare species. And at Sherwood Forest, a new Deadwood Trail has been created, which again will provide habitat, a learning resource, and also raise awareness with the public, as that one is publicly accessible. The project has supported various research programmes. In conjunction with the University of Cardiff, we have been trialling veterinisation of trees through fungi inoculation, and in conjunction with the Uni of East London, we've been trialling artificial habitats for the violet click beetle. You can find out more about both of these trials in our blog. We have also carried out some species translocations of lichen, and you can find out more about that in Dave's talk later. We have also been working with key audiences, stakeholders, and the wider public to inform and inspire people to connect to these ancient species and habitats. That has taken place through training events, through walks, through talks, through big sort of public events, schools engagement, and social media. In order to increase understanding on how to conserve for these key target species and secure their recovery, we are creating an online hub where we can share best practice and management of wood pasture and parkland habitats. This will be available via the BugLife website, and I'm going to give you a little bit more information about that at the end of the workshop. So following the completion of the project, all the information currently found on the Back from the Brink website is going to be made available in a dedicated hub on the BugLife website. There's going to be two main strands to this hub, including technical species and land management advice and a community learning strand as well. So it will include the cross Taxa workshop presentations, and they'll be available as a YouTube recording, but also as individual presentations with narrations. The cross Taxa guidance, so this is going to be our best practice guidance document to wood pasture and parklands. and it will contain 28 species accounts for threatened species to help address the knowledge gaps that we have for those key and threatened species. We'll also include some how-to video guides, case studies, survey reports, community learning materials, and also various links to other really useful online resources.